Okay. Got it. And got it. Okay. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Harlequin Murray, and I am one of the leaders on the team and your co-host for this evening. For those of you who are new to our team, welcome. We appreciate you coming and learning about your new business. And for those of you who've been with us for a while, welcome back. But anyways, I get the pleasure and honor of introducing my sponsor, who is our senior team leader. Her name is Nguyen. She grew up in the Dallas, Georgia, which is near Atlanta, on a family farm. She was a corporate trainer for an operations director for Domino's Pizza. But in 1997, she left her corporate job to open up her own restaurant, had a couple of very successful restaurants, and she's been a business owner ever since then. When I met her, she was the national training director for a network marketing company and a partner in a huge training center here in Atlanta. So, you know, Ellen obviously loves to train and help people. She is the first and only area director at this time with David Allen Capital. So she's the highest ranking agent right now. But the other thing is that she is now coming to us live from her family's farm. So she is back out on the farm. And so I know she's super excited about that. But anyways, Ellen, are you with us? I see that you've got your camera.
I am.
Okay.
I am. Thank you, Harlequin. I appreciate that. And yes, I am coming to you from my family farm. I'm so excited to be back here and so excited to be on a Zoom with you guys. Last week, man, I overpromised and underdelivered when I said I'll be, you know, we didn't, those of you that follow every week, we have a weekly team Zoom. And last week at the last minute, I had to bail because I was in the final stages of getting out of a home that had been sold. So it was deadline day. I had a few things that were still left and I could not leave that hanging to do my weekly Zoom. So I apologize for that. But when I say I overpromised and underdelivered, I said, I will get a Zoom out with you within the next 24 hours with our top recruiters and recognition. And I wasn't able to do it. I just didn't have time in the week to make that happen. So this week we're going to double up and go through the top recruiters for the past 2 weeks and a couple other announcements too. So let me go ahead and mute my phone. I love live, right? I will mute my phone so that doesn't happen again. One of my limousine clients calling me trying to book something, so that's always good. We've been super busy, but Harlequin, I appreciate the warm introduction there. As I pull up my screen share, I'll get that in motion and we will get started. But I couldn't do what I do without Harlequin every week. We've been working together now, as she said, since about 2005. And I'm super excited that she said yes to the David Allen Capital opportunity. And also she encouraged me to start doing this weekly team meeting last year. Gosh, almost a year and a half ago now, right after COVID hit. So I'm glad that you did that. And I'm glad that you have stuck and stayed because you're starting to make more money than you've ever made in any direct selling business before. Isn't that correct, Harlequin?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. And I love seeing that too. So let's get into it. The team recognition. I do this every week. Just started out with the top recruiters. And we're going to go through 2 weeks ago first. Okay. 2 weeks ago would be the week of 12/2 through 12/8. And in first place leaderboard, we had Eric Johnson with 7 new recruits for the week. In second place, we had Katina Willis with 5 new agents. Also tied in second was Daisy Wafer with 5, and tied in second was Monsanto Jean Charles with 5. And Daisy has an asterisk by her name. So that means that that was those 5 recruits were part of her first recruits ever, as she's just getting started in the business. So congratulations to you guys in first and second place. I came in third place with 4 new agents. Sherrill or JC Evans came in fourth place with 3 new agents. We had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-way tie for 5th place with Eugene Clapp, Gary Mathis. Gary also had his first recruit ever and ended up with 2 for the week. Joe Reyna Sr., Kenneth McClary. Kenneth had his first new agent recruit ever and had 2 recruits for the week. Laurel Smith, Marcia Clapp, and Orlana Rowland, who also had their first new recruit ever and ended up with 2 for the week. So congratulations to you guys being on the left side of the leaderboard. On the right side, we have each with 1 new agent recruit. We have Shamika Brewster with 1. Shay Brown had her first new recruit. Congratulations there. Ryan Diaz also had his first new recruit ever. Michael Edmondson. Frederick Ellis had his first new recruit ever. Jackie Evans. Tom Gaynor with his first new recruit. Gloria Gibson. Terrence Gibson. Aaron Johnson. Aaron had his first new recruit ever. Lacey Louch, who you guys heard from a couple of weeks ago, talking about how she got her funding and how we did a 3-way call. Lacey had her first new recruit. Congratulations. Harlequin Murray, John Nevada, John Noriega had his first new recruit ever. Janie Potts, Lisa Shepard had her first new recruit ever. Kevin Solomon had his first new recruit ever. Chris Bartalis. Larry Torres had his first new recruit ever. Dana Taups had her first new recruit ever, and Cedric Wilson. So congratulations to all of you on the leaderboard for the week of 12/2 through 12/8. Now, the top promoters for last week, as we're doing double duty and doing 2 weeks here, we have the week of 12/9 through 12/15. In first place, guys, this is incredible. You saw Shantae Roddy's Agent of the Month interview back for November, where she talks about using social media and groups and how she's doing that. Our first place winner for the week of 12/9 through 12/15 is Marcia Smith. Marcia just got started in the business, had her first new recruit, and had 107 new recruits total. Okay, all of that activity, I had to pick up the phone and call her and introduce myself and say, hey, I just wanted to see what you have going on, because I've seen people recruiting big numbers of people, but they've run an ad on Indeed or something where people are signing up thinking that they're getting paid in a traditional job. But Marcia has it going on. She has social media presence. She is a real estate agent. She also does some business coaching, and she is putting her social media leverage to work to market DAC. So that means that she's doing a great job of launching out loud and letting her network of people, her warm market network, people that know her, like her, and trust her, letting them know that she's gotten involved with something really good called David Allen Capital. So congratulations, Marcia, for your success for that 1 week. I continue to see those numbers coming in. And also she's gotten her first funding and lots more to come. So way to get out and just blow up this business getting started. In second place, we had Larry Wheeler. Larry had his first new recruit ever, had 11 new recruits for the week. Congratulations, Larry. That is a great start for your first week in the business. Eric Johnson came in third place with 9 new recruits. Katina Willis had 6 new recruits. Chris Bartalis had 4. Monsanto Jean Charles had 3. We had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-way tie in 7th place, each with 2 new recruits. We had Delonzo Caraway. This was Delonzo's first week at recruiting ever. Eugene Clapp, Tony Hill had his first new recruit and then ended up with 2. Laszlo Horvath had 2. This was Laszlo's first recruit ever. And then we had Aaron Johnson and Pam Warnock, each had 2 new recruits for the week. Over here to the right side of the screen with 1 new agent recruit each, we had Marcia Clapp, Orlando Darden, Mike Dew, Tad Dudley. That was Tad's first agent recruit ever. So congratulations, Tad. Rwanda Dunham also had their first new agent recruit ever. Donald Harris, first new agent. Congratulations. Hodler Capital Group, Gary Mathis, John Nevada, Alan Stevens. This was Alan's first new agent recruit. Toya Thames, first new agent recruit. John Wallace. I had one new agent, and Linda Winterstein had one. Well, even in my mad week of moving, I had one new agent come in. So I'm glad that I barely made the leaderboard there. Other leader top recognition is noted that this next person was promoted to DAC 4 at the end of November, and I failed to notice it and failed to recognize it because I was so busy in gathering my things together and getting prepared for my move. I wasn't tracking my business every single day like I normally do. But huge congratulations goes out to Alexis. Lex DeWitt. She achieved the level of DAC 4. She is new in the business and is just tearing it up. So congratulations for leveling up to DAC 4. For those of you that are new and don't understand that, you want to go back to the compensation plan, video number 1 in the compensation series, talking about how after you have one personally funded client, that promotes you to DAC 1. After you have your second personally funded client, that promotes you to DAC 2. After you have a total of 4 personally funded clients, and all 4 of those clients, or maybe it takes more, all of your clients total together, total funded value is over $40,000, then that promotes you to DAC 4. DAC 4 is the highest level you can reach in the compensation plan without building a team. So now, as a DAC 4, as long as Lex stays amped up, meaning she has a new funding every 30 days, she will be earning 7.8% of her personally funded deal. So getting to DAC 4 is a big deal. So congratulations to you, Lex, for making that achievement. I need to check my messages here. I'm waiting on something online. I don't have it yet. I may get this message in a little bit. Let's move on here and talk about why you want to be recruiting. Remember, part of our compensation is there is a fast start matching bonus. When you bring on a new agent and you get them plugged into the training, you're automatically eligible. If you're engaged, you're eligible for a 50% match on their check on their first funded deal if they get that in their first 30 days. That's our fast start bonus. If you, as the referring agent, or the one who recruited them and their enroller, then you're eligible for a 100% match if you're amped up. What does that mean? Well, if you help them earn $600, then you could also earn a $600 revenue match on what they earn just by bringing them to the table and pointing them towards the training to help them get plugged in so that they're following our systems and promoting the correct information to our funding clients. All right, there's still a couple of time-sensitive promotions going, so I need to run through these real quick. We've still got our 4th quarter recruiting incentive. If you've been around more than 60 days and do not have a personally funded client, that means that you're not engaged according to the comp plan. But we have this 4th quarter recruiting incentive that considers you automatically engaged and eligible for those fast start bonuses and enroller matching bonuses during the first 30 days of any new agent that you recruit between now and the end of the year. So that ends on December the 31st. So you must get those new agents recruited by December the 31st, and whatever that start date is, then they have 30 days to get a funding, and you'll get paid as if you are actually engaged in the comp plan. If you've been here less than 60 days, this doesn't apply to you because you're automatically engaged anyway, okay? Or if you've had a personally funded client, then you're automatically engaged. So it only applies to those of you that have been agents for more than 60 days and haven't had a funded client within that period. And we're getting down to the final days of the cash bash. This ends on December the 22nd. I just went through Lex's promotion. She's already got tens of thousands of dollars towards this, where she could actually top out and earn an extra $1,000 on top of what she's already earned with her funding bonuses here. And it could take just one or two big deals that could close here in the next day or two, where you could be qualified for the $1,000 bonus or the extra $2,500 bonus if it's through DAC. So don't forget that's there, and don't give up. It ain't over till it's over. So keep pushing and getting the word out there about our funding. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take us off of screen share here and get back to just talking to you, because we got a lot going on, and here we are at the end of the year. So I want you to think about where you are right now at year's end, and how long ago it seems like we were just going into the new year for 2021, right? Obviously, it was almost 12 months ago, right? But in your mind and in your life, how quickly did that time pass to go from January 1st, 2021 to almost be at January 1st, 2022? I want you to think about that, because if you're like me, as we get older, that time starts flying by more quickly, right? I know when I was a kid, it seemed like it was forever between school starting and school getting out, and the summer just lasted forever. But now, as I'm older, time is flying by, and I just can't believe where a month can go, how a month can go by so quickly. So I say that in getting you to think about, where are you going to be with your business for 2022? Are you happy with what you've accomplished for 2021? Are you happy with your activity? Are you happy with what you're doing, with your commitment, and what you're producing? I hope that you're listening to this and saying, yes, I am. But if you're not, now's a great time to be changing that, right? Harlequin, you know that setting goals and doing the challenge that we talked about, the recruiting challenge, that I'm going to have you cover that in a minute, that being on top of that is one of the key things you want to focus on, right? So I'm talking to you to get you thinking about your goals and where you are, and just thinking about how quickly time can pass. Because I look at my team and the demographics of my team. I have a mature audience most of the time, folks that are in their 40s and up, right? That means that we're in that last half of the game for the most part. The majority of us are. We're in the last half of the game, meaning the last half of our life, or the second half. And that means that we've got some big goals ahead of us, because if you're here, most of you aren't here for the fun of it. You're here because you need the income, or you really see the message and it resonates with you, that you want to share. Just like Erica Sillison talked about with her agent interview, how she really wants to help people, and shared the story of taking part of her bonus and going and buying presents for kids for Christmas, doing her Walmart shopping. So whatever your reason is, though, just think about where you are this year, this point in your life, and how you want your DAC business to look over the course of the next 12 months as we go into 2022. Because I share with you where my business was in June of 2018, when I first got started. I was building, I recruited some people, and they blew up and recruited a bunch of people. But then I got sidetracked with my limousine company, and I really didn't dive in and start working DAC on a full-time focused basis until COVID hit last year. And when that happened, a switch went off with me, okay? And that switch was, I don't ever want to find myself in a situation or in that feeling that I had when all of a sudden my income that was just blowing and going came to a screeching halt when COVID shut down my business, okay? And I realized that I had DAC all along. I'd had some successes. I'd had some big fundings along the way, but they were sporadic because I wasn't focused on DAC like I should be. So I made a decision to plug in and really focus on this business so I would never be in that situation again. So now, fast forward a year and a half later, I have well over 4,000 agents on my team. And I forget what, it seems like I had about 700 when we started this last year at COVID. Okay. It was around 700 agents that I had, and I've blown up to over 4,000 now. Right. And that's what focused activity can do. Did I recruit all those people? No, I've recruited well over 600 people into my own business. Right. because I'm always, always, always recruiting. But it's through the efforts of you guys and others on the team that aren't watching this with us tonight. They're watching it on a replay, or maybe not watching at all. Some of them have recruited people and they've gone on to something else. But the focused effort was what made the difference. And for me to have that focused attention to what I'm doing is what is building a huge business for me. Okay. I stayed focused on it. As I said, I got off track with my move and I just felt all out of sorts. But there wasn't a day that went by in that I felt DAC pulling at me. I felt DAC pulling because I know I have a team of agents that rely on me and that I don't want to let down. And I also know that there are people out there that need to talk to me about funding opportunities. So DAC was always pulling at my heart. And when I got into this new space, right now I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment next to the home I'm buying because the owners of the home that I'm buying are still in that home until January the 8th. So I had to maneuver and make things work. But my first goal getting in here was to get my desk set up and to get all of my office stuff that I need to be focused on my business back in order, right? Because it's top priority every single day. So back to where you are, how fast it took to get here to December the 20th, 2021. How is your business going to look? And what are you doing on a daily basis to focus on it? Not just once a week, popping in and showing up on a Zoom, but every day. Are you doing something to productively move your business forward? Whether it's a conversation with a business owner, a conversation with a new agent, potential new agent, or a conversation with an agent that's on your team already that you're helping them, point them towards the training material, right? So all of that is a part of your future success here with DAC. And I just want to leave those words of encouragement for you, because if I can go from having a team of 700 or so in May or April, let's see, we got shut down in April. So beginning of May of last year, so in a year and a half, if I can go from 700 agents as a whole to well over 4,000, you can too, because it's like that locomotion is in motion, that train is in motion, and you can't slow it down. Especially, we didn't have Bank Breezy at that time when I got started, and we built to 700. But when we started putting things in place, putting this system in place, doing the team calls, doing the team emails and the team support systems that I have in place to help you guys. And then we launched Bank Breezy in May of this year. Oh my gosh, this business has just blown up. And this is just the beginning of it. So I encourage you to really take a long look at what you're doing and how you want your next year to look and how you want your next 6 months to look. But Harlequin's going to talk to us about what you want your next 90 days to look like, because she's got a recruiting challenge that she's participating in, and she is going to share that with you right now. Are you good, Harlequin?
I am good. And I'm so excited to be doing this. I signed up to do what is known as a 90-day run with Eric Worre. And what I'm going to do is, while I'm doing that, I'm going to also help anybody on our team that would like to participate in it. But one quick note before I go into the details on that, though, about the cash bash thing that we have going on. Mm-hmm. I've gotten the funding in 2.5 hours. So never quit.
That's right.
And I'm still working on it and working on getting that extra cash for Christmas. But anyways, with the 90-day run, what the goal is to take a concerted effort, kind of clear the decks and put in an effort to go and build your team. With that, the recommendation is to go and set aside a certain, or commit to a certain number of hours per day that you're going to participate. He recommends doing 6 days a week. Give yourself a day off. so that you can go and do other things that you have to do. And, you know, whenever you do something like that, you know, if you're working this business part-time where, you know, you've got a 9-to-5 job, go and set aside now, even if it's just an hour or two, where all you do are things that are bringing new team members on board or new clients. You can focus on either one, or you can split your time between the two. But, you know, just put that consistent effort in. You know, if you're doing this, you know, say you only have a part-time job and you're doing this a little bit more full-time, maybe you want to do 4 hours a day. Eric, whenever he did his, he went all out, massive action, and worked 16 hours a day. He worked 8 a.m. to midnight. He actually did 7 days a week for 90 days straight. Now that's somebody who has a major life goal that's what they're wanting to do. And if you want to do that, yay, because that's going to get you set up to have a fabulous year. But a couple of things, if you're wanting to do that, then what I'm going to suggest is, one, get in touch with me, because I'll go and set something up where I send out, you know, reminders. I may even do a Facebook group or something like that just to put things in there. But my email address is harlequinmurray@gmail.com. So that's HARLEQUINMURRAY@gmail.com. So harlequinmurray@gmail.com. And, or you can call me, or actually better would be to text.
I just put it in the chat there.
Thank you for that, Ellen. My phone number is 404-216-9955. Again, that's 404-216-9955. And text is better for me if you're wanting to participate in that. But for those of you who want to do that and want to commit to it, a couple of things that we're working on between, you know, we're going to start off January 3rd. So we'll give ourselves those first couple of days of the new year. But Monday, January 3rd is when we're officially going to be kicking this off. But between now and then, and this is something that anybody and everybody should be looking at doing right now anyways, whether you want to participate or not. One is what they refer to as warm up your contacts. Go out and you don't necessarily have to go and try and recruit them or try and get them to get a loan or something like that. But just reach out to people, especially people that you haven't talked to in a while. Sometimes if you call them up out of the blue and say, oh, hey, I've got this new business and I want to tell you about it. They're like, okay, I haven't talked to this person in 2 or 3 years. Why are they calling me about this? Contact them and say, hey, you know, this, you know, it's the end of the year, it's the holidays, we haven't been in touch in a while. I just wanted to go and wish you happy holidays, happy new year, and let's try and touch base next year. You know, I'd love to catch up with you and see what's going on in your life. Just something simple like that, because it makes it a 2-part thing, but that way you're not calling them randomly, talking to them about business or, you know, oh, hey, I want you to do this with me. But sometimes that makes it easier for some people. The other thing is, if you're wanting to participate, as I said, clear the decks, you know, talk to your family and say, hey, look, this is something that I really want to do. I want to spend this committed amount of time. Can you help me? So that, you know, like if you're married, have your spouse help with taking care of the kids or taking care of chores around the house or shopping or laundry or whatever. The other thing is, get your calendar out. Like me, I've got my 2022 calendar already. and go and, put in the things that are already set up. Things like every Monday night, we have this call. We have our corporate Zooms at 11:30 on Monday and Friday. And the first Tuesday of every month, we have the opportunity presentation as well as the training. Put those on your calendars now. One thing that I use, I don't know if this will show up. No, it's coming up backwards, I think. Pilot has a pen, it's a friction, Frixion, pen, and it is an erasable pen that really and truly erases. It erases better than a pencil. That's what I use in my calendar because life changes. Things get, schedules get changed. So it's like, oh yeah, instead of meeting at 10 o'clock on Tuesday, let's meet at 11 o'clock on Wednesday. So rather than having it in ink or having it in pencil, and pencil doesn't always erase very well, but those come in really handy. My advice, they come in multiple colors, so you can coordinate, work, family, and business. But, with that, I think that was about all that I had to say. Did you have any questions that you could think of, Ellen?
Well, a couple of comments. One, when you think about Eric Worre and the training that he's doing on a 90-day challenge, I'm sure that 100% of that recruiting was recruiting to a traditional network marketing company where they are recruiting representatives or distributors that have to pay a startup fee and then have to purchase a big startup package, right? So the efforts that they have to put in to be able to recruit a large number of people is 50-fold versus what we have here with DAC. Because really, all you need to do with DAC is pique their interest and get them over to your website. If you don't know it, David has already updated our partner page with the new presentation that he did on the first Tuesday, talking about our agency model and not just being an independent agent. I love the new verbiage on that, the new presentation, and the message that goes along with being an agency owner, right? I've been saying I have a David Allen Capital agency for years, and I really think that resonates well in the business community. So being able to recruit in that focused activity, you'll be able to do this many times over what their goal setting is, because you're not having to get anybody to turn loose of their money. But if you'll take that recruiting time and put it into focusing on just getting the word out in general. I love what you said, Harlequin, about talking to them and, not just out of the blue, you're calling and asking them to take a look at a business or do you know anyone? You're calling and checking in for the holidays. This is a perfect time to do that, to have that conversation. And if you reach out to them and they've got time to chat right then, that's okay if you're prepared, right? Because it's, hey, what's going on in your life? If you ask someone what is going on in their life, what's the natural response for them? They're going to tell you, but then they're going to say, well, what's happening in your life, right? And then that gives you an opportunity to say, well, it's been a crazy year, but I'm really excited. I just got involved with this company. I have my own agency with a small business services company, and I'm super excited about the potential that I have here. We're looking for agents. We're helping small business owners with funding and other services. If you know any small business owners that might benefit, I'd love to talk to them and ask for referrals on that, right? Just like the text messaging in our workbook talks about. But I wanted to address something else that you said, Harlequin, about reaching out to your family and asking them to, that you're putting this on your calendar. This tends to be a very common place for people to get pushback from family members. I can't tell you how many agents I talk to that go, I can't talk to my warm market. I've done too many of these before, right? And I'll go, well, tell me what of these you have done. And we go through the list of different companies that people have tried because they see the vision and they see and want something bigger for themselves. but maybe you've picked the wrong companies along the way, or there were some right companies there and you just it didn't resonate with you, so you didn't move forward, because there are a lot of companies that sell products and there are people making millions of dollars, right? But that's not where I want to be. That doesn't resonate with me. I love what we do here with DAC. So an easy way to promote and have that conversation, as Harlequin alluded to, about asking your family, is really just asking them for their buy-in and saying, look, I've gotten started here. I'm really excited about this. And here's why. I see this as an opportunity, especially if you're talking to a spouse or your kids and getting their buy-in. I see this as an opportunity to do XYZ. The benefits that you're doing this for them as much as just yourself, right? And how it's going to give us the extra income that we need so that we're not pinching pennies every month, or it's going to give us more time freedom where we can take a vacation a year, or whatever it is that you see that extra income can help you with. Sell the benefits to that family member of what you see DAC is going to do for your family, right? And if they're a naysayer and they're saying, well, you've done these before, I would just sit back and I would say, you're right, I have. I've been involved in these before and I've made some poor choices along the way, or I made some good choices and I didn't apply myself. But this is different. Just let them know this is different. I feel different about what we're doing, and this company is different. So all I'm asking for is for you to support me and give me the chance to really do something special here. And if you want to participate with me, I would love that even more. So that would be my approach to a spouse or significant other or children, or anybody that's giving you any pushback. Maybe a parent, right? Maybe your parent is the one that is your go-to person asking for support. But believe me, I've had that conversation many times with my family members over the years. In fact, with DAC, my brother, I keep talking to him. He's looking for ways to be retiring from what he's doing. He's a general contractor and he's really good at what he does, but he has to be out there all the time with his men supervising, right? And I'm going, hey, all of these contractors, if you'll just work with me on this. And I keep just dropping those hints. And he's going, yeah, I see you're doing something different with this one. He knows I've had success with other businesses, but I haven't continued on with those other business for years and years, like I did with the telecom company where Harlequin and I met. After that, I was involved in several different companies, really trying to find something that was a good fit for me. And that caused me to be in several different companies after the telecom run, because I was looking for something else that resonated like that business did. So my family saw that, oh yeah, I'm doing this, or I've got this nutritional shake or a weight loss shake, or all of those different things. Just me trying to find what fit with me. So I've had those conversations, and I think the thing that will resonate most with your friends and family is that you're here a year from now and 2 years from now, and people are going to go, they may not believe what you say, but they'll watch what you do. Okay. So if your actions are reinforcing what you're saying about your beliefs with the company or with the business or what it is that you're going to do, your actions will speak much louder than words. So make a commitment to be here a year from now. And then a year from now, keep re-upping that commitment to be here a year from now. And you'll be amazed at how large your team can grow and how large your income can grow just by being committed and continuing on. So that's all I had on that. I'm going to see if we've got anybody that has questions or comments. Good stuff, Harlequin. I appreciate you sharing that. I encourage all of you to participate at whatever level you want to. Hey, James Doswell, I see you have your hand up. I'm going to ask you to unmute. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me?
You sound great. Yes.
Okay, terrific. I just want to say congratulations to everybody that's got something going on, especially 107. My goodness, I saw smoke coming off my computer when I saw that number. Congratulations, great. Is this the right time to mention chapters real quick?
chapters?
Yeah. You and I had a conversation about chapters on videos and things before. Is it okay to just
chapters as in going through and labeling chapters on some of the longer videos? Is that what
Yes.
you're referencing?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. There's a tool that all videos from Vimeo and YouTube and Zoom can be uploaded to. And there's a transcript for each one that can be keyword searched.
Cool.
So that means that any subject that anybody has with redundancy, and you know we got a ton of that, they can go to that site that has had those videos that we have uploaded to it and find anything they want to find. And I think that would reduce a lot of the frustration that's going on now. The reason I wanted to mention that now is because it seems like, Ellen, you're going to set up a tremendous, I guess, platform type of thing for mass training and mass, whatever you're doing on a mass basis. So I was thinking that maybe if, because when we mentioned it before, it was early on, and you've been busy since then, but Harlequin's helping you do things. So maybe she can look into it to see if there's a way for everything that you do can be uploaded there, made available to us. So now when somebody asks any kind of question about anything, because you know that everything's been touched in videos. So when anybody asks any question about anything, they can simply be sent there versus whatever is going on now to get the information to them. But like I said, anything can be uploaded. It's keyword search. Now, here's the beauty of it. Not only does the tool send them to the point in the video where it was mentioned, the transcript has all the words everywhere that it was mentioned in there. So
awesome.
they can copy and paste it, if they want to, but it's just tremendous. It's called Searchie.io, SEARCHIE.io. I just wanted to mention that because it seems like going forward, it would be a tremendous tool to help us, because we got the baddest group in the company now, okay? And we're not gonna let anybody overtake us, okay? It's not
Amen to that one, brother. Amen to that one.
Okay, they're not gonna overtake us, all right? Okay, we're gonna be watching them in our rear view mirror, and they're gonna be wondering, okay, what? Yes, but I just want to mention that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, thank you for that. And you said it's SEARCHIE.io?
Yes, Searchie.io.
I'll have to check that out. Thank you, James. You're always full of good information. I appreciate you. So yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Oh yeah, I want to make one other comment too.
Okay.
I know this is just totally off the whole thing, but I heard you say something about somebody that was over 40 or something. You said was on the downhill side of life or some kind of mess.
No.
Okay,
no.
wait. Okay.
Misunderstood.
Yeah, I must have. But anyway, okay. Now, to me, now the Bible says that we get 120 years if we do it right. So that tells me that, okay, we only get on the downhill side after 60. So if we're 60 years old, okay, we still on the up climb, okay?
Yeah, I didn't say downhill. I used game terminology that we're more like the second half of the game. One of my buddies from high school said something on Facebook about we're in the fourth quarter. And I'm like, oh no, we're not in the fourth quarter. I don't mind being in the second half, but I'm not in the fourth quarter. So thank you for clarifying that. All right, James, you're always good input. Thank you. I've got Kevin and Tony with a hand up. So I'm going to ask you to unmute.
Hey, Ellen, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Stuff. Yeah, you're only in the second half. That fourth quarter, I agree.
Amen.
Couple things. The gentleman who just spoke, if you can put that information in the chat, that would be great. That's a good tool for us to use as a team. And also, Harlequin, I thank you for just giving us that information. And I wanted to know, will it be specifics in the group? Will we be doing goal setting, or just kind of optimizing what we're to focus on, like reaching out, doing three-way calls, or whatever? I mean, sending out information. Will it be any specifics, or is that depending on the individual? And again, you don't have to answer. I was just throwing those out but also with that, what I'm doing with my team that I'm trying to build, I'm just doing. You took my words. The momentum. It's a momentum business party. So I'm just kind of getting them on Zoom and just starting to get people excited, because I think in doing that, the new year, you got to start getting some momentum and start getting people excited with some things. So that's, I always like to do parties, and if it's in person or if it's just on Zoom, getting everybody who want to do it, getting them excited to start focusing on their 90 days. I think that's also a good idea to kind of do. But thank you for even giving that to the team. So just my piece, and continued success.
Good comments, Kevin. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yep.
Yeah, and actually, if I can respond to that, Kevin, part of it, it's going to depend upon who we have in the group. But yeah, goal setting, definitely. We can set up three-way calls, Zooms, whatever. But Eric is actually going to be going in every single day, giving us different things to focus on. So I'm going to be relaying some of that information. But we'll look and see what it is that you need and to accomplish your goals, so that we can get you in the right direction. Because in 90 days, you can totally change the look and the entire scope of your business. And that's what we want to focus on is, okay, this is where we are. And one of the things that I'll give this to everybody. One of the things that we were talking about is, and something for everybody to think about, okay, look at where you are now and look at what you want your monthly income to be next December. So December 2022, pick a number. What do you want that number to be as your monthly income next year? And then once you've got that number, make it a stretch goal, double it. Okay? And then the next thing is to take that number and double it again. And that's where it gets really interesting. But the thing is, most people, whenever you set a goal, you're focused on that goal. Say, for example, okay, I want to make $10,000 next December, during the month of December. Now, a lot of times when we set a goal, okay, we're so focused on hitting that 10,000. A lot of times people don't necessarily hit that goal. They may come close. If you were to set it for 20,000 or even 40,000, double it and then double it again, you still may not hit that $40,000 goal, but chances are you're going to far exceed that $10,000 goal that you had set, because your mind is so focused on going beyond that number. So that's one of the things we should all be looking at is, okay, what do I want to set my goals? How many people do I want on my team? How many legs do I want to have that are producing? And also, what do I want my monthly income to be? So
good stuff. And to go off on what you just said about legs. I know we got a lot of new people on here. What is a leg? Yes. A leg is a new agent. A personally sponsored agent is considered a leg in your business. So if you have 10 agents that you have enrolled them with their own agencies, then you have 10 legs in your business. They may not be doing anything, but they're still considered a leg, and you're looking for those active ones. I had Kevin. Did you raise your hand up again, and I didn't lower it? Did you have something else?
No, that was me. My apologies. Probably just,
okay.
Yeah.
No
Sorry
worries.
about that.
I just want to make sure we got to you. Okay, thank you. All right, guys. Anything else before we wrap up? It's so good to see y'all tonight. I'm super excited. We will not be doing a Friday live. DAC corporate will not be doing that this week. We're going into the holiday. Friday is actually Christmas Day, I believe. Gotta look at my calendar. Everything is just running together. Nope,
No,
it's Christmas Eve.
Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve. So the office will be closed and there will not be a Friday live this week nor next week. So you want to plug in. I'll be doing my team Zoom on Monday again next week. David may put out a video on Wednesday, but he's not sure at this point. But it's just really good time for you to be thinking about your blessings, taking reflection on your past year, how it's been, again, how quickly we've gotten to the end of the year, and really thinking about what your next year is going to look like. Don't take the holidays to just do nothing and eat too much and drink too much like most people do. Take it as a time of reflection. Love on your family and friends that you're close to, and let them know that you appreciate them, because life can end in an instant and you never know when that's going to happen. So be good to yourself, be good to your loved ones. Take the time for the holidays to appreciate all of the good things that are going on in your life, and the things that aren't so good in your life, figure out the plan to turn it around so that next year it'll go onto your appreciation list instead of the list that you're wanting to change. All right. Anything before we wrap up here? Harlequin, all good? Did I leave anything off?
No, I think you got it.
Okay.
And I don't
awesome.
see any questions in the chat. So
awesome. Okay, guys, appreciate you all. If you're watching on the replay, appreciate you taking time to do this. Let's get into promote stage, getting your team plugged into the calls, getting them plugged into the training, and really driving the message that if you're going to be in DAC, you got to be a pro if you want to have success here, and not just randomly showing up whenever it feels good. You got to be staying on top of the updates. Okay. All right. We'll see you on the next Zoom. Everybody have a Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. I celebrate Christmas, and I look forward to being with my family this weekend. So God bless you all. We'll see you on the next Zoom. Take care.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.